Hey, it's Kyle here. Today I'll be reviewing Starter Villain by John Scalzi. John Scalzi is one of my favorite writers. Absolutely love him. He's such a tremendously talented sci-fi writer, but his books always have such interesting premises, very interesting characters, and they're very funny. Some of his books, even ones that are more serious, always have very funny elements. But occasionally his books delve into more the silly premises side of things, and they are just straight out comedies that are so entertaining. And Starter Villain definitely falls in this category. It has a very unique and weird premise, definitely a little out there, but once you buy into it, it's very interesting, very funny, and you're kind of guessing along the way, what is going to happen here? The basic idea behind Starter Villain is Charlie's kind of this down on his luck guy. He was a journalist, and this is kind of set in contemporary times. And as you may know about journalists, especially in print media, it's a really struggling field. Charlie was working for a newspaper, much like in our reality. Newspapers were not exactly doing the best in the world, so there were a lot of layoffs. Charlie lost his job, and he's had to move back to his hometown. Doesn't have any really big potentials what he's going to do next. He kind of still would like to be a journalist, but he actually realizes that field's dead. I'm probably not going to be able to make a career out of that anymore. I don't really have any savings. What am I going to do? His dad has recently passed away, so he's kind of living in the house he grew up in. But it's not fully his house because he has some half-siblings who really want to sell the house. They don't want him living there. He would like to stay there, so there's all this family drama. He doesn't really have enough money to try to buy out his siblings, and they don't really want to give him the house, so it's kind of a dead pass. He's afraid he's really going to get kicked out at some point. But he has a dream of trying to make it in his hometown some way. But he just doesn't know what's going to happen. Every time something comes up, it just seems like it's worse and worse news, and he really thinks he's going to end up homeless. And then suddenly he finds out that a estranged uncle of his has passed away. He barely remembers him. He remembers him once when he was 5 years old at his mom's funeral, and his uncle and his dad had a fight, and since then his dad basically told him his uncle was cut off, we're never doing it again, and basically Charlie's never met his uncle again since then. But in the event of his uncle's death, through some events that I won't really delve fully into, Charlie finds out his uncle was kind of like the head of a supervillain company. It is actually one of the richest, if not the richest individual in the world. Other villains hate him because he was so good at his job that he would constantly be undercutting their plots and making money off of it and stuff like that. And Charlie finds out his uncle has left his supervillain company to him. And it's now up to Charlie to kind of be in charge of the supervillain company without being killed by all these other supervillains around the world. So almost kind of think a little bit like Austin Powers type scenario with Dr. Evil, except it's set in our reality. Very interesting. There's all sorts of unique concepts behind this reality that Scalzi's built. So for example, Charlie's uncle's company has created super intelligent cats who are capable of spying on humans and actually communicating with humans, which is where this cover comes from here. And this is just one example of the weird technology that Charlie's uncle's company's created to spy on people around the world. And Charlie's thrust in this world of being a regular person who's now in charge of a supervillain company. And what is he going to do? He's very much a fish out of water in this scenario, just a regular guy now dealing with all these villains and how do I make this work and how do I keep myself from getting killed? But also, I'm kind of a good person. I maybe like not to do bad things. Charlie is such a funny character. All these people that he's interacted with has some amazing scenarios. You're laughing throughout it, but you're constantly guessing what is going to happen to Charlie. Is he going to make it? Is he going to be successful in this? Is he going to get rid of the company? Is he going to be assassinated? What is going on here? Very, very entertaining. I highly recommend it. It's a very quick read too. So it's one of these books, you can polish off in a day or two, like a great book to take with you on summer vacation to the beach or the pool or something like that, and a real quick read. Highly recommend it. It's a standalone book too, so that's great. So if you've never read John Scalzi, this is a good book to check out to kind of get a sense of the type of humor he has and what his books are like. Very creative, unique scenarios that always have a great sense of humor behind them. So I definitely highly recommend Starter Villain by John Scalzi. If you've read John Scalzi before, let me know in the comment section below what is your favorite book by him. If you enjoyed this review, which I hope you did, please hit the like button. If you have yet, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. I'll see you the next time, and happy reading.